We are now moving on to the segment that we've all been waiting for. We have a runway for you. We are going to speak about not just stories, we are going to actually see people in action. We will see spirit in action. We have already spoken about what the innovation is all about, what needs to be done, the myths and facts. We have been talking about all of this, but now it's time to shift gears and move to something really, really different. All right, we have a very special runway for you. Now, this is not a walkway runway which will bear witness, which is going to bear witness to a different kind of grace, a quiet strength that walks with it. Antaratma, as we call it, is the spirit within, and it is a tribute to all the cancer warriors. Tonight, we celebrate not just fashion, but fortitude. Not just beauty, but brave hearts that wear it. Welcome to Antaratma, where the soul takes center, a collaboration between Sanjeevani and Shobitam. This is more than just a fashion show. It's a tribute to every heartbeat that dared to fight, to every scar that became a badge of honor, to the light that shines from within, unshaken, unbroken, unstoppable. Each ensemble tonight tells a story of resilience stitched in finery, of heritage woven with hope. And each of these role models are warriors in their own right. The walk on the rampway today, not just to showcase fashion, but to show us what it truly means to be alive, to thrive, and to make most of the second chance that they have gotten. From silence, she rises. From stillness, a heartbeat. This is not just a movement. This is a memory, a legacy, and fire. Each step tells a story. Each twirl unearths a truth of souls who have walked through storms and still bloomed. Of traditions woven with time, of strength wrapped in silk, of joy, of pain, of souls that refuse to dim. We have with us Vishwakarma Muskan taking over the stage with an Indian fusion performance, which is not just a dance, it's a prayer, a rebellion, a celebration, a rhythm of resilience.
Na dim 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 na dim
Opening the show is Anamika Soni, vibrant, passionate, and full of life. A gold medalist in Kathak, she first learned to dance through adversity. Diagnosed with blood cancer At just 4 years old and treated at the Tata Memorial Hospital, Anamika didn't just fight her illness, she danced through it. Today she returns to that very hospital not as a patient but as a mentor, teaching dance to children who, like her, are finding their strength one step at a time. With over 8 years of dedication to shaping the world of Kathak, her journey from survivor to celebrated choreographer is a powerful reminder that when the soul leads, the body follows. That with passion of purpose, anything is possible. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the unstoppable spirit of Antaratma, Anamika Soni. Coming up next, meet Neha Ram, the living embodiment of the fierce power within. Diagnosed with blood cancer at just 13, she chose to live and rise with courage, letting her Antaratma, her inner spirit, guide her every step. Motivation was her weapon, dance her healing, and resilience her path. Today, she thrives in the world of finance, dancing through life with the unstoppable spirit of her soul. Neha represents power, fearlessness, and the unstoppable spirit yet again, a true reflection of the Antaratma within us all. Neha Ram. Gracefully walking the ramp now is Sathi, a radiant embodiment of calming grace that teaches us to accept every situation with poise. Diagnosed with blood cancer in 2015, she triumphed by 2017, and today channels her spirit into painting, dance and design. Carrying that grace into her art, Sathi's work showcases a powerful story of resilience and renewal. Her Antaratma reminding us to cherish life's second chances. Taking the stage now is handsome Draped, who is representing wisdom in a world overwhelmed by noise and unsolicited advice, as Anand was referring to it in one of his panels. Well, diagnosed after a burst appendix revealed cancer, he faced a flood of information, yet chose focus over fear, trusting the guidance of his doctors instead of searching aimlessly. Through 5 years of chemotherapy and immunotherapy, he remained positive, grounded, and deeply grateful for the unwavering support of his wife. Draped's journey reminds us to cut through the noise to seek true knowledge with clarity, trust, and inner strength. His Antaratma, the inner spirit, sustained him through every challenge. Please welcome Draped. We now welcome Anup and Aparna to the stage, embodying the power of family and community in the journey towards healing. A cancer warrior who fought courageously for 3.5 years, Anup emerged stronger, turning his journey into inspiration. Today, he guides young minds as an art teacher, reminding us all that hope truly heals. By his side is Aparna Tyagarajan, the visionary dream weaver behind Shobitam, where heritage meets heart. Aparna represents the power of community, family, friends, environment as essential threads in the fabric of healing. Together, they remind us that healing becomes catalytic with the right support, a tapestry woven by love, faith, and the strength of the Antaratma. Taking the stage now is Rohit, who is representing the medical fraternity that forms the essence of healing. His jacket, hand-painted with herbs and medicine, symbolizes the vital role of medical treatment and those who dedicate their lives to care. Rohit was diagnosed with leukemia at just 6 months. Despite losing a spleen and living with one kidney, he triumphed in 2010. Today, he coaches badminton with passion and captures life's moments through special photography, walking with deep gratitude for his parents, his faith, and the belief that positivity truly heals. Please welcome Rohit. Our next hero is Gauri Shinde. Let me tell you a little about Gauri. Gauri represents love, the source from which all healing flows. Now walking the ramp is this beautiful embodiment of love, resilience, and unwavering spirit. First diagnosed with AML in 2009, her strength carried her through the chemotherapy and the recovery. A decade later, in 2019, the cancer returned, but so did her courage. With grace and grit, she faced it all again, never giving up. Today, Gauri thrives, full of life, forever grateful for the love and support of people who stood by her side. She reminds us that love for life, for others, and for oneself is great, perhaps the greatest healer of all times. Please welcome Gauri Shinde. And next we have Sahara, a radiant symbol of healing and hope. राख से जो उठी आग है वो शमा नहीं तूफान है. She wears a sari hand painted with a phoenix rising from the ashes and lotuses, powerful symbols of triumph over adversity. She was diagnosed with cancer at just 2.5 years old, and it was her mother's unwavering support that actually carried her through. Originally from Nepal, her journey brought her to Mumbai for treatment, and today she shines as a professional dancer and an aspiring actor. For Sahara, cancer was not the end, but a beginning of a life that was filled with meaning, purpose, and passion. Please welcome Sahara. And once again, Muskan takes the center stage to celebrate the warrior spirit, the Antaratma, with utmost grace of all the warriors that just walked the ramp. Ladies and gentlemen, and now she walks, not to be seen, but to be felt. She is the strength that doesn't shout, but stands tall. Grace that doesn't bend, but commands. Wisdom that doesn't whisper, but awakens. She is every scar turned into a crown, every silence turned into a storm. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Vidya Balan, a woman who doesn't just speak lines, she breathes fire into truth. As she walks, she carries with her every single warrior here and there, every soul that dared to rise. Vidya Balan. And joining Vidya are now all our brave warriors. We also have now Aparna from Shobitam to join the runway finale. Well, we saw that scars are not signs of weakness, they are signs of survival and strength. Before I let all of you go, may I have Shireen back on the stage to have a little candid chat with all of them.
Can I have the microphone, please? Ladies and gentlemen, can we give them all a wonderful round of applause? If I didn't know, I would have believed that each one of you was a professional, that you do this for a living. I mean, the poise, the confidence, the grace, the elegance. I can go on and on. What a spectacular show to see you all up here. And I think what they truly symbolize, ladies and gentlemen, is that we are not prisoners of our circumstances, that we do not need to be victims in our own lives, and each one of them symbolizes exactly that. Anamika, aapse shuru karungi. You know, I saw your resilience and your spirit in full display when your jacket got stuck, but you carefully removed it and moved on, and that really showed your fighting spirit. तो मैं आपसे जानना चाहूंगी, क्या मैसेज देंगे आप सबको? आपने कैसे, आपने जो आपकी जर्नी रही है, क्या मैसेज आप सबको देना चाहेंगी?
गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन. जब मैं 4 साल की थी तब मुझे ब्लड कैंसर हुआ था, एंड एज अ कैंसर सर्वाइवर, एज अ कैंसर पेशेंट मैं उस हॉस्पिटल में रही हूँ. अभी मैं एज अ वॉलंटियर वहाँ पे वर्क कर रही हूँ, तो ये अपने आप में बहुत बड़ी बात है. मुझे बहुत प्राउड फील होता है कि मैं ये चीज़ें कर रही हूँ. और आपने जैसे देखा कि मैं आगे चल के लाइक पोजेस कर रही थी, सो मैं चाहती हूँ कि इस चीज़ को मैं आगे बढ़ाऊँ और बच्चे सीखे, इंस्पायर हो और वो भी ऐसा कुछ कर पाए. Thank you.
I hope that people are inspired by your story, Anamika. Ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful round of applause for Anamika. Neha, aapse पूछना चाहूंगी. To start with, you look beautiful in your sari this evening, and it was a pleasure to watch the ramp. But आप ये बताइए कि आप क्या कहना चाहेंगी जो आपको देख रहे हैं आज, जो आपको सुन रहे हैं आज, आप क्या बताना चाहेंगे उनको?
गुड इवनिंग लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन. मैं यही कहना चाहूँगी कि जो बहुत सुंदर ब्यूटीफुल मैंने साड़ी पहनी है, ये एक दुर्गा माँ का एक प्रकोप होता है जो कि कैंसर पेशेंट जो होते हैं उनको एक फाइट करने का जरिया मिलता है. मैंने भी सरवाइव किया है और मेरे सरवाइव में मेरे मॉम डैड और CPA वाले मैम्स और मेरे डॉक्टर अडवाणी सर, मैं शॉक हो गई देख के उनको. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा उनको देख के. उन्होंने बहुत हेल्प किया हम लोग को. और मैंने मतलब जो मेरी जर्नी गई थी थोड़ा टफ था, बट इनके सपोर्ट की वजह से मैंने काफ़ी अच्छा सरवाइव किया. और जो मैंने आज रेड साड़ी पहनी है, बस मैं इतना ही कहूँगी, कैंसर कोई बड़ी चीज़ नहीं है. उसको हम थोड़ा सा स्ट्रांग बन के अगर थोड़ा सा फाइट करें तो इट्स ऑल, सब अच्छा हो जाता है.
सब अच्छा हो जाएगा.
Yes.
What a powerful message there coming in from Neha. And truly, as she pointed out, it's not just about the person who is dealing with the disease, who's dealing with the illness. It takes, as they say, a whole village of caregivers, of healthcare providers, and really a big salute and a big thank you and gratitude to all the healthcare professionals who are here with us in the room today, but have also been part of the Sanjeevani journey over the last 3 years. The nation does owe you a big debt. Thank you so much for your service. Sathi, aapse पूछना चाहेंगे. Again, you look absolutely stunning in that beautiful purple sari. कैसा लगा आपको आज यहाँ पे रैंप वॉक करते हुए?
बहुत अच्छा लगा. मीन्स एक न्यू एक्सपीरियंस एंड इतने सारे लोगों के सामने रैंप वर्क मीन्स अ बिग थिंग्स फॉर मी. थैंक यू सो मच एवरीवन. एंड वन चीज मैं कहना चाहती हूँ, जो भी पेशेंट्स है अभी जो फाइट कर रहे हैं कैंसर से, बी स्ट्रांग ऑलवेज. अगर आप स्ट्रांग रहोगे तो आपके फैमिली भी स्ट्रांग रहेंगे. Thank you.
There is great strength in each one of these individuals and so much inspiration that you're leaving us here with this evening. Thank you very much, Sathi, for that. Devbrat, can I just say you are a star. From the moment that you walked out, it was very, very hard to take our eyes away from you.
Thank you so much.
Had
Thank
the
you.
poise and the elegance and you walked with such panache. I mean, Akshay Kumar ki aaj aapne छुट्टी कर दी. तो देवव्रत, आपसे जानना चाहेंगे, what has been the biggest lesson, the biggest learning? क्या आप शेयर करेंगे लोगों से आज?
Few things. One is when we are in a city like Mumbai, if we go to a doctor, oncologist who are so learned, so my only thinking was that I should be completely relying on them and don't rely on Google.
Don't rely on Google or ChatGPT. Go to your doctor.
I have till now, it's 6th year now, and I have not done a single Google on what I have gone through and what can happen to me. I have not done that. Second, most important is, I think it is very necessary for all the citizens to have a health insurance, because that is the biggest challenge all the cancer patient faces. So I am staying here, standing, all because of my insurance policies which I had invested in.
And that is practical, real practical advice. And thank you so much for sharing that with us. And thank you for the fabulous walk that you did this evening. Thank you very, very much, Devabrata. Anup and Aparna, I want to come to the two of you because it was wonderful to see the two of you walk the ramp together, showcasing and symbolizing the strength of community, and that this is a journey that one must not hopefully make alone. I want to start by understanding from you, you put all of this together here this evening. As you see them on stage, how do you feel?
I am super happy. Today's show is a celebration of life. It's a celebration of second chances. My mom has been a cancer survivor. My sister-in-law has been a cancer survivor, so I dedicate the show to them. Through close proximity with them, I've learned that, you have to live life fully,
Yes.
love deeply, and most importantly, live a life for yourself.
Live a life for yourself, live fully, and experience everything as it comes to you and be open to those experiences. Thank you so much, and what an absolutely stunning show you put together for us here today, Aparna. Thank you very much. Anup, आपसे जानना चाहेंगे, आपको कैसा लगा आज वॉक करते हुए और आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे लोगों को?
मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा, बहुत खुशी हुई और खास करके मैम के साथ।
और आप सबको ऐसे वेव करे थे जैसे लग रहा था कि वो क्वीन ऑफ इंग्लैंड ऐसे वेव करती थी।
एक्चुअली मैं सबको थैंक यू बोल रहा था।
नहीं, हमारे दिल से बहुत बहुत थैंक यू आपको कि आपने आज यहाँ पे हमारी स्टेज और मंच की शोभा बढ़ाई। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद अनूप, एंड वी विश यू ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट एज यू मूव फॉरवर्ड। विद्या, आई कम टू यू एट द एंड, बट रोहित, आपसे पूछना चाहेंगे कि आप क्या यहाँ पे मैसेज देंगे सबको जो आपको देख रहे हैं?
गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। मैसेज तो कुछ नहीं, मतलब जो अपने साथ है फ्रेंड्स, गुड फ्रेंड्स जो है उनके साथ रहना चाहिए, जिससे आपके लाइफ में पॉजिटिविटी बनी रहे, उससे अपने को कोई भी सिचुएशन से लड़ने की ताकत मिलेगी।
Absolutely, be positive and surround yourself with people who are not energy vampires, people who actually add to your energy, don't deplete your energy. I think that's a very important message that we've heard there from Rohit. Gauri, again, an absolutely stunning sari. You look wonderful here. आज आप रैंप पे वॉक कर रही हैं विद सच कॉन्फिडेंस, विद सच पॉइज, और जो आपने देखा है अपनी जिंदगी में, कभी आपको ऐसे लगा कि मैं हार मान जाऊंगी, या कभी आपने उसके बारे में सोचा ही नहीं?
नहीं, कभी भी नहीं। मतलब ये मेरा सेकेंड टाइम था। जब 2019 में मुझे हुआ था, तब मैंने सोचा नहीं था कि मुझे फिर से सरवाइव करना पड़ेगा, पर जब सारी चीज़ें मेरे सामने फिर से आके खड़ी हुई तो मैं बहुत स्ट्रांग थी, मुझे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ा। मेरी फैमिली थोड़ी वीक हो गई थी, पर मैं जिस तरह से स्ट्रांग थी तो मैंने उस सारी चीज़ों को संभाल लिया, और अभी मैं बहुत खुश हूँ और बहुत हेल्दी भी हूँ।
आप हमेशा हेल्दी रहे और हमेशा खुश रहे, यही है हमारी शुभकामना आपके लिए। गौरी, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर जॉइनिंग अस, एंड द वंडरफुल सहारा। You know, you can, I think you've earned your ticket to Bollywood. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you say? Ticket to Bollywood? किस फिल्म में काम करना चाहेंगी, किसके साथ काम करना चाहेंगी?
विद्या मैम के साथ, ऑफ कोर्स।
तो सहारा, कौन आपका सहारा रहा इस सफर में?
So when I was diagnosed with cancer, I did not see it as a deadly disease, or did not see it like कि मेरा लाइफ यहाँ खत्म हो गया है। मेरे लिए मेरा लाइफ वहाँ शुरू हुआ। Because when I was diagnosed with cancer, it came with a lot of opportunities. I started dancing there, I learned acting there, and that is a place where I discovered who I actually was. And I feel like if I was not diagnosed with cancer, I would not be who I am today. And I would like to say a very big thank you to my mother. Because in this whole journey, she has been a support, truly. She's the only person I have in my family, and she has been there since the beginning. She left everything for me, and she dedicated her whole life to me so I can become who I am. And I would also like to thank my another mother, who is Anita ma'am. She has been the backbone. If it was acting, dancing, modeling, whatever it is, she would always be there. So I see cancer not as a disease, but as a second life and an opportunity. And that is what I like to tell everyone, that please, it's not a disease, it's an opportunity that God gives you to live a second life fully.
To live a second life fully. Wonderful words. What spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, Sahara, we wish you the very best of luck, and we hope that we will see you on the big screen one day. Vidya, you know, as I look at this stage today and as I hear these stories, this has the makings of a blockbuster. What do you think?
Absolutely a lifelong blockbuster. And you know, I think what you realize is dar ke aage jeet hai. Each one of them has proved that. Each one of them is living by that. And I think that's very, very inspiring. It's very humbling to be standing amongst you all. More power to you all, and I wish you the best of health and everything that each one of you wants. And I think, I just want to congratulate Shobitam, Network 18, Federal Bank, everyone who's made today possible. It's so special. It is the best way to celebrate life.
What do you take away from what you've heard this evening, Vidya? What's the single biggest thing that you take away from this evening?
That I guess, they are very strong people, which is why they could overcome it. They did not let the disease overpower them. They proved that they were bigger than the disease. I remember a friend's mother was diagnosed with cancer, and the doctor told her that, you are bigger than the cancer inside you. And I think that gave her perspective. He said the cancer is just a small part of your body.
Yeah.
But your body, your being is far bigger. And I think that's what I'm seeing with all of them. I think it's so beautiful. That's what I take back even more strongly today.
That is what each one of us here takes back from these inspirational, wonderful men and women that are sharing the stage here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a big round of applause for each of them. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening. We wish you all the very best.
Thank
may God
you.
bless you, and may you have all of your dreams fulfilled. Keep the applause going, ladies and gentlemen. It's not every day that you get to meet real-life heroes, and here we are with real-life heroes this evening. Vidya Balan, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us here
Thank
this
you.
evening. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick photograph.
Can I give this mic to someone? No, we'll give it to them. So, Mukta, come. Can you just leave this there, please? Yeah, sure.
Thank you to all of you. A huge round of applause, everyone, for the wonderful people who are sitting in front of me, are on the stage. Well, this runway was brought to you in partnership with Shobitam. It's a leading D2C ethnic fashion brand known for their unique designs. They have worked with over 600 weavers and artisans across India. And Shobitam is taking our cultural heritage to the world with Vidya Balan as one of their global brand ambassadors. And bringing this show to life was the fashion director, Abhishek Jaiswal. Abhishek, can we have you here? Wherever you are, can you just come on stage? So Abhishek Jaiswal is backstage, but he is known for creating emotive, memorable and impactful visual identities, and he was here. And the man who styled the looks for today's runway is the young, accomplished Pranay Jetli. Pranay Jetli, are you also around? If you are, then just come here and say hello to everyone. And I would also now take a moment to thank our outreach partners, Tata Trusts and Cancer Patients Aid Association. And finally, a big round of applause to all the amazing real-life role models who were here. This is not just a show of resilience, but also the spirit. And cancer may strike the body, but it cannot conquer the spirit, as they say. So thank you, everyone, to each one of you who has very patiently attended all the panels, all the keynote addresses, sat through a beautiful performance on the runway. टाइम निकालें, स्क्रीन करें इस मैसेज के साथ. अब आप घर जाएं, लेकिन लोगों से बोलें कि वो भी अपने लिए टाइम निकालें और स्क्रीन करें, because that is what is the essence. We save lives only when we are screening early. On behalf of Network 18, Federal Bank, Homeless Memorial Foundation and Tata Trusts, thank you very much.
you.